Here live at the Blue Cross Arena, getting ready for tip-off here with Rochester RazorSharks, 2-1 on the year, taking on Lake Michigan and their Admirals. They are 0-1 on the year as we get ready to pause for the national anthem here at the Blue Cross Arena. Thank you for joining us today, getting ready for RazorSharks basketball in a matter of moments.
We honor America with the singing of our country's national anthem this afternoon, being performed by Alyssa Gentile.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready to kick off another game for the Rochester RazorSharks. It'll be their second home game here at the Blue Cross Arena. And Kevin, they come into today's game taking on a team they have had their way with. They've never lost to this Lake Michigan team before.
Now, a couple of these ball players for Lake Michigan have had good games against Rochester, but Rochester is undefeated against Lake Michigan. We talked about it in the Open, 9-0, 5-0 here at the Blue Cross Arena. And the RazorSharks trying to make it 2 in a row at home, 2 in a row on the season. It's been 19 days since we have seen them, since December 31st. So it's exciting. It's good to be back on the home court.
Well, for Lake Michigan, they come in. It's only their second game. First game had a 13-point lead and had the Diesel of Indianapolis come back and beat them in that game. And we talked to the head coach about that earlier on. Very upset in the fact that they let that one slip. They've got some offense, according to the Rochester RazorSharks in the scouting report. They can play. They just let one slip against the Diesel.
Yeah, they're still getting their legs under them. As you said, just one game. There's some weather issues for a couple of the teams in the PBL, including Lynchburg and Lake Michigan. So, this is still a test for John Solomon and his Lake Michigan Admirals. And 3 games under the belts for the Rochester RazorSharks. They play well at home. They play well on Saturdays. So it should be a good game. And might as well take a look at the starting lineups while we have a few minutes.
Yeah, for the Rochester RazorSharks, for those coming in today who are not familiar with the team, they've had only one game here at the Blue Cross Arena, but 3 games thus far, splitting that series. Terrence Whiters starting at the point position. Reggie Stallings had a great game. He was player of the game for the first game of the year for the Rochester RazorSharks. Dane Miller, you of course from the Rochester area, Rush Henrietta. Now, of course, just getting out from Rutgers. He's also at the forward position. You're throwing Aaron Williams, former RazorShark, now back, and Dele Coker starting for the Rochester RazorSharks today.
Lake Michigan at the guard spot will be Desmond White. He wears number 15. Khalil McDonald. The bigs, Lester Ferguson, Eladio Espinoza, and Florentino Valencia. And Valencia has played well against Rochester in the past. Not last year, but 2 years back. We'll get to his numbers in a moment.
As a tip-off goes to Lake Michigan, fresh out of the gate with a 3 there is Ferguson. Left wide open, and Lake Michigan strikes first.
And one of the things that our coaches told us was they shoot, and they don't pass too much. They're going to get the ball, they're going to launch it up, and we saw that.
Not a lot of set plays from the scouting report, which is unusual, usually trying to get to their shooters, but it seems as if anyone's open, they get that open shot. So they create their own offense, which miscommunication there leads to a turnover.
And that's another problem they have. They have a lot of turnovers. We'll have stats. We'll count them during the afternoon, but that's not a good way to start, even though they've got the 3-0 lead.
Whiters with it, gets it across midcourt as the RazorSharks trying to set up their offense. He draws a double team, now being harassed in the corner. RazorSharks having a tough time setting things up. Nice lay in there by Miller.
Dane Miller, 9 points per game, 7.3 rebounds, so he's very active on both ends of the floor. We'll see if that's the case tonight as well.
And the Admirals just trying to make sure that they don't get Whiters set up in that offense there. That was a very early trap in the game.
I think they're going to keep doing that as well.
And Ferguson has all 5 points so far for Lake Michigan. They have their early 3-point lead. Whiters trying to work it down low to Coker. He draws a double team with help, knocked away and picked up. And here comes Lake Michigan back on a break. Swings it over Ferguson. He's taking all the shots. That one first to miss.
So Ferguson 2 for 3 on the day. There's a foul.
And Valencia got caught in between trying to defend Miller, and just Miller crossed him over and ran right into him. Great play there by Miller because Valencia was off balance. So foul call there. Miller set to inbounds, double teams on Whiters. And Stallings will have to control it. Giving it up, Miller, baseline. Right down low to Aaron Williams. Great play, great look.
And when you run a set play, it brings rewards. Stark's still down by 1, but they've looked good on 2 offensive possessions.
Wade gives it up, left corner off the front of the rim. That's no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Rochester basketball. So the RazorSharks will get possession of it. Still very early in this game, only 2 minutes gone by. 1-point lead for the Admirals.
See if they go with a double team again here, or if that was just a one-time thing.
They were talking a little bit off air and on air about what the Admirals like to do. They love to run, and the RazorSharks are definitely going to have to get back on defense. Coker up, they call him for the traveling.
Yeah, Coker walked through, got a nice look. Dane Miller looking for an assist there.
So Coker, who really looked wide open, I think he kind of rushed his feet there to try to get the ball up. Too many steps. Wade harassed by Whiter. Get it across midcourt. 1-point lead for the Admirals. 5-4. Thank you for joining us here today in Rochester RazorSharks 2-1 on the year, taking on the Admirals of Lake Michigan 0-1 on the year. Blocked out of bounds by Coker, and that'll get the Rochester faithful up and moving.
Coker averaged 3 blocks a game in college, playing for Steve Lavin at St. John's, and we're going to see a lot of that. We've already seen a little of it this year. He's going to be tremendous on defense.
Valencia working against Williams. It's a baseline jumper, and that's good from the outside there by McDonald. And the RazorSharks getting a little press here by McDonald. Williams. A foul call before the jumper.
Foul underneath. Let's see if that was on Espinosa. It is. It's on Eladio Espinosa, number 9.
And Aaron Williams in the starting lineup. Wasn't in the starting lineup to start off the season. But I talked to Coach about that, and he said he wants more intensity down there, getting those rebounds. So it's Williams and Coker along that front line.
Williams played well in the opener. Had a tough time offensively, but defensively he was the brightest star on the court.
Whiter swinging it around, stalling with it. There's McDonald all over him, down low, Coker. 6 on the shot clock. Williams gets it to Dane Miller. Miller, 3 on the shot clock, 2. Knocked away. Picked up by Wade. He does not have the numbers, but he's pushing it. Back out to McDonald. Thought about it. Ferguson, he doesn't think twice. Takes another shot. That's no good. Out of bounds.
Yeah, there was some shot clock issues because he came across. The clock wasn't reset. And we'll reset it here. So
Whiters, who had a great first game and setting that offense up, has been harassed thus far, working it down low. Coker, and it's in and out, no good. Rebound, McDonald back the other way come the Admirals. Gets it to Wade, jumper, no good. Miller with it in the RazorSharks. Back the other way, trying to find Stallings and couldn't catch him. Just a bit outside.
No, Dane rushed there. You don't have to make that pass. They're doing fine on offense. Need to slow down just a bit.
Both teams a little sloppy here. Only a 3-point lead for the Admirals. Teams running up and down the court, just trying to look for the extra man.
Conditioning is going to be a factor. We talked about it in the Buffalo game when Buffalo appeared tired, and Rochester's going to try and run Lake Michigan and see if they've got their legs.
Down low, off the rebound and put back. Good.
It was Valencia who was right on the spot there for the rebound.
So the Admirals with a 5-point lead. Whiters with it. Wade out to defend him. RazorSharks in their blue uniforms, white uniforms, all white, literally everything. Can barely see the numbers on the Admirals jerseys.
Tough. Ferguson got a hand on that ball into the transition. The combination for the Admirals of McDonald at 6'3", and Espinoza at 6'8". They're going to cause some troubles for Rochester. They have early.
5-point lead, 9-4. A little sloppy to start out. 7:40 left to go here in this first quarter. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Smile, pretend we're broadcasting.
Thank you. I need that. I need more shots.
Like that on Facebook, please?
Yeah, please do. Do they have those? They had one over there.
What's up?
A media sign. He just made a media sign.
Oh, I'll stand up.
Yeah.
I'll stand up for him. I'll tell him to stop.
No.
So.
Oh, we are going to have the 7 interview. Okay, thank you.
Can you ask him to print stats for us, please?
Can
you ask him to do it? Ask him. Take him on the shoulder.
Can you print stats? How long does it take to print stats?
John, can you repeat that?
About a minute to print stats. Can you get it during the timeout, or you have to wait till the end of the period? And can't get back. Okay. He can't get. Jeez. I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you the story. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 7:40 is left in this first quarter. RazorSharks trailing by 5, 9-4. Neither team, we talked about this, has been able to get their offense going. For the RazorSharks, they can't not get their offense set. Whiters has been harassed. They can't get it going. Meanwhile, for Lake Michigan, they don't have offensive sets, but they lead by 5.
Well, their defense is working for them, and I said it as we were going to break. McDonald, who's 6'3", you've got Espinoza at 6'8", and Valencia at 6'6". They're wreaking havoc on the RazorSharks offense. If they got their offense in gear like Michigan, it would be a larger lead. So Rochester has to adjust to that and perhaps play it out here in the perimeter a little bit more.
So Khalil McDonald set to inbounds for Lake Michigan. And they're getting ready to set. No one subbing into the game yet, so all starters are back out on the court again, so no subs. And here we are set to go. So McDonald will inbounds, trying to find Ferguson, who's taken a number of shots, gets into Valencia. Stallings up in the air, can't get it to go. Tip back, that's no good. Rebound by Coker. Rochester back the other way. 7:30 left to go. Miller to Williams, extra pass, stolen away by McDonald. Back across midcourt, and they'll slow it back up as he gives it trailer. Foul called. And so it was a nice play there. As you know, it's interesting the fact that they run the ball. We talked a bit about this earlier. That's all Lake Michigan is going to do. Not set up the offense. You see a trailer, get him the ball. If he's going towards the hole, see if he can score.
Rochester had 3 passes on that possession, just couldn't put it in. So they're doing what they have part of the game plan, which is run. Just didn't make it into the hoop. And then Lake Michigan comes back the other way, runs all the way, and then one dish.
You mentioned it early. Conditioning will be a factor. There's going to be a lot of subs in a matter of moments for both teams because they're just running up the court right now to the benefit of the Admirals, up by 6. Miller with it, one-on-one against Ferguson. Jumper, partially blocked there, picked up by Wade, back the other way. Come the Admirals. Wade trying to move people around, pick set there, giving to Ferguson. Swinging around McDonald, left wing. Harassed by Stallings, trying to get him out of his rhythm. Stallings, 9 on the shot clock. Gets it to Wade down low. Admirals foul called again. And so the Admirals working it down low. May not be setting up plays, but they know the matchup they want.
That's Hamidou Rahman, number 4. He's 6'11" out of New Mexico State. He's the only sub that's come in for Lake Michigan, and he is, if you're pardon the expression, a load. He is tough to defend, and Coker's going to have him for a good part of this afternoon.
Rahman's got to make his free throws, and he does there. The first one goes in as he looked at the replay, and McCroskey will come in now for Dane Miller. On that second free throw.
Made them both.
And so he gets both of them to go down. So Lake Michigan, 8-point lead. RazorSharks can't get that offense going.
They've got to be able to get into their offensive set in a hurry. That's what they're trying to combine here.
Stallings draws a double team, now gets by, off glass, can't get it to go. Williams, put back is good. He just muscled that in.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be denied there.
Back the other way come the Admirals. McDonald one-on-one against Stallings, dribbles past, gets it to him, working it down low. No foul call. Valencia with the rebound, trying to create space, and they're going to say traveling.
All right, so Rochester, they come down here, put another one in on a consecutive possessions.
You see here on the replay, they're working hard. Now they're just throwing bodies around. Valencia had the positioning, had to go straight up, took too many steps.
Yeah, good activity on defense. There's Dele Coker getting his hand on the ball again. And there's a travel. So that's what you want to do.
Coker going straight up, too, trying to not give any inches to Valencia. Back to live action here. Whiters with it. Stallings harassed. Down low, Williams. Williams working it. Back out, Stallings for three. That's good. Reggie Stallings from outside.
So Lake Michigan was on a 7-0 run. Williams comes back with the basket, and then on consecutive possessions, there's the three. That's what they want to do.
Bobo gives it up down low. That ball is blocked, knocked away. Williams with it. Picked up again by Lake Michigan. Up, foul called. So Shane Ross, they're going to say that he charged right into Williams, and it'll go Rochester's way. So they'll get possession of the basketball here. Let's see in a replay. Ross had it denied. Williams trying to get it to McCroskey. Goes straight up. Draws the foul. Does Williams. Back the other way. Reggie Stallings setting up the offense. He's taking over the point here from Whiters, who's still in the game. Williams back out after being knocked around. Baseline. Gives it up. And can't get it to go. McCroskey. Coker off the front of the rim. Knocked away. Picked up by Bobo. Back the other way. Doesn't have the numbers. Gives it back up. Awkward three. Put back by Ross. Wow. And
no, they're saying no. Goaltending. Offensive goaltending. It was on the cylinder. Itashiwa was on the cylinder. No basket. So it'll be Rochester's ball. Side out. Good break for the RazorSharks. Let's take a look. This is where we get to see a look. Well, yeah. I don't know. It wasn't on the cylinder. It was above it. Oh, I don't know about that.
I thought it was a great play by Ross. I thought it was.
Yeah,
but
that's 2 points right there.
All right, Whiters with it, breaking down the defense, finally getting a chance to get through that Lake Michigan defense. Bobo, 1-on-1 with Stallings. Had an impressive game last time he was here. Steps back for three, straight up and down.
And that broke a Rochester 7-point run to get back into the ballgame. Now 15-11 for Lake Michigan.
RazorSharks with it. Whiters working off hard. Shot does not go, but I tell you, he's working for every bit of the steps he's taking to get to that hole. He gets to the line, though.
So Maurice Benson hit him. And Whiters will go to the line. 5'11", 170 out of Arkansas Tech. He's been everywhere. He's originally from Baltimore, Maryland. He went to high school in Laurinburg, North Carolina.
A young roster for the RazorSharks. I don't think we've mentioned that before. Some of these guys are playing for the first time on a contract. Now, McCroskey we've seen before. Whiters has been around. But for Stallings and some of the younger guys, they've never been on a team before, fresh out of college. So Whiters and McCroskey would be looked at as the veterans on this team.
And Miller, Rutledge, just a few more of the names have been starting out.
And putback is good there. I tell you, right place, right time.
Look like McCroskey.
And McCroskey spent at least 30 minutes before the game working on free throws, which Coach Moten is he says he's not concerned, but he wants his team to improve at the line.
Well, they're about 60% from the stats I saw last night. So, yeah, you want to bump that up quite a bit.
I asked him if he's concerned about it. He said no, but he wants to make sure that they understand you got to get those.
Both teams have only been to the line once thus far with 4 minutes to go in the first.
Blackmore out. Jumper is off the front of the rim, no good. McCroskey with the rebound. Back the other way. Stallings off the dribble, strike towards the hole, had it knocked away, and they're going to say Rochester RazorSharks basketball. 4:03 left to go here in this first quarter. Both teams running up and down the court. 1 point lead for the Admirals. Rochester with it. Wells back out to Whiters. Ross all over him defensively, trying to set up the offense. He wants to go one-on-one. Back over to Wells in that corner. And the RazorSharks taking too long to set up that offense. 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock. We'll take a break. 3:51 left to go here in this first quarter. Admirals leading it by 1. 15-14. We'll be back with the rest of the first quarter action coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
The Lady Sharks would like to thank the following sponsors for their support of the Lady Sharks throughout the 2014 season: Salon Rock, Rock City Wellness, and Glow Tan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the floor your Lady Sharks.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena with the Rochester RazorSharks with 1 point deficit. It's been a close game, 15-14, Admirals leading it. Coming up at halftime, we'll have Dr. Sev talking a bit about the state of the Premier Basketball League. That should be a good interview as the RazorSharks, of course, the head of the Premier Basketball League, one of the top teams in the league. He's going to talk a lot about teams that have been added in and the brand new things that they're doing for the Premier Basketball League. So that's exciting to know where the league is going for the Premier Basketball League. It's coming up at halftime with Dr. Sev, so stick around for that. Meanwhile, 3:51 left to go here in this first quarter. Jumper by Stallings, no good. Rebound, knocked away, fought for, put back, that's no good. A crowd just fighting for it. And finally, Lake Michigan comes away with it. Ross midcourt with Benson. Gives it up down low. Ross, layup, front rim, back rim, can't go down. Knocked around, picked up by Bobo. Second chance opportunity for the Admirals. Pullback jumper, front rim, that's no good. Wells with the rebound. Back the other way come the RazorSharks. McCroskey. Trying to take it coast to coast. Gives it up Miller. Wills, left alone. Thought about it too much. Had it knocked away.
Yeah, it took a little time. Good to see him in the ball game, though. Andre Wells, wearing number 32 today.
And that one's blocked by Wells as he comes up big on the other end with Coker.
That's probably why he's in there.
Can't teach height.
42 block shots for Andre Wells in his junior year at Peru State, an NAIA school. He set a record. So that's why he's there.
Well, they're very effective on the defensive end now. Meanwhile, Lake Michigan, jumper is good. And a little bit too much space created there. And Williams makes a jumper.
Rocky Williams played for John Calipari at Memphis.
Whiters with it. Benson on him defensively, working it down low. Coker against Ross. Coker cut off there and double team. Put back by Stallings is good. Stallings in the right place, right time.
Stallings with 5 points here in the first quarter.
Stolen away by Whiters. Given up to McCroskey. Lay-in is good.
And McCroskey adds his 4th point with that basket.
2:25 left to go first quarter. Benson gives it back out. Thought about it, Williams. Then Whiters came over to defend him. They got to reset. Bobo deep in the corner now. Jumper No good. Rebound, McCroskey back the other way. Running the court, trying to get it to Whiters. A bit behind him. Gives it up. Oh, too much thinking. Bobo running right through the defense of the Razor Sharks. And blocked there by Coker, the only man left. And Ross will get the points.
Yeah, Coker with a nice block, but it just went the wrong way.
And Ross with a bit of a tip after touching it, and kind of a very fortunate bounce for the Admirals. And it went in. 1:50 left to go here in this first quarter. It's been back and forth with these two teams, Kevin.
Benson's going to get his second foul, number 10 for Indiana. And Rochester getting their first lead and then losing it. So he got his hand on it here. And coming right in against, that's Shane Ross, number 23.
Yeah, it was Ross.
Shane's been on the boards,
yeah.
Number 23.
And so now Whiters at the line.
Aaron Williams is back in for Coker.
1:50 left to go here first quarter. Game tied at 19. And now the lead for the Razor Sharks.
Whole foul shots, you need them there. They haven't been to the line much, but they've got a 1-point lead again.
Whiters trying to harass Bobo, almost had it knocked away, giving up to Ross out of bounds. And Ross pleading his case, saying that Razor Shark last to touch it. Not going to go his way. It'll be Rochester basketball.
Shane Ross out of the University of Toledo, number 23. There he is to the left of your screen. His former college teammate, Florentino Valencia, also on the Lake Michigan team, as we know. And not too often you find teammates
working together.
I think Florentino's got a few years on him.
It's okay. Whiters with it. 1:38 left to go here in this first quarter. Benson all over Whiters. Pick set there by Wells. Step back jumper. No good. Knocked around. McCroskey's going to get to it. Fresh 24 for the Razor Sharks. Swinging it around Stallings. And they're going to get action away from the basketball. It's Ross and Williams.
Yep, Shane Ross again called for it. Very active down there.
And Ross pleading his case to his coach.
Second personal foul for Ross.
And
Team's fifth, so they're going to shoot here. 2 shots, that's a penalty.
Williams will head to the line. We talked a little bit about the free throw shooting for the Razor Sharks. Not a concern for Coach Moten, but one of the things that they often says is they're free. You got to take them, and you need them. Mookie Jones sent to check in for Rochester. First free throw by Williams is good.
Hamadou Rahman in the opening minutes of the game, number 4 for Lake Michigan, who has just stepped in, very active as well. See what he can do.
Rahman was a problem early on in this first quarter. They've got Wells and Williams to deal with him, and now Mookie Jones in the game.
This will make it 4 straight free throws if he can do it. I jinxed him.
Out. Yep, in and out, no good. Back the other way. Lake Michigan with it. Down by 2. Almost coast to coast by Benson. Rahman had it, lost it off of his fingertips in the front of the rim. Back the other way come the Razor Sharks. McCroskey, 1-on-1 against Bobo. Knocked away. Wells had it, lost it, got it back. Gives it over for Mookie Jones. Thought about a 3, pulls it back. McCroskey, top of the key, swings it around. Whiters in the corner. Got it!
And Terrence needed that one. He's been a little cold.
Well, they did a great job locking him up early, but now starting to feel it, breaking down that defense.
Credit Louis McCroskey for not being selfish there, and forgive me for jumping in on you there.
Rahman puts it back up, and he's foul. Boy, he is. Once he gets that rebound, it's going only one place, right back up.
Yeah. Well, they called it on 30. Well, actually, 32 Andre Wells. It should have been on 34. Well, okay, they called it on Wells. Pardon me. And it looked like Aaron Williams was a little close to it. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looked like Aaron Wells came in from behind. Well, they called it on.
Yeah. They saw the 3, and they didn't see the other number.
I don't think Andre Wells or the Razor Sharks are going to be too upset about him getting called for the foul, though, because he's not going to be playing as many minutes, I would think.
Well, let him take the foul and hold it in hand.
As Williams. But there again is Rahman making trouble.
4-point lead for the Razor Sharks. Rahman can't get that one to go. So problems on the line for the Admirals. Meanwhile, the Razor Sharks, 33 seconds left to go. Whiters tip there, off to Bobo, left alone, and puts an exclamation point on top of it. 2-point lead for Rochester. They will set for a final shot here. Shot clock turned off. 15 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. We've seen a lot of action. Whiters over to Jones. Got it.
Got a three.
Back over. Boy sleeping on defense. Nice lay-in with seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And that's the way the first quarter ends. What drama here at the Blue Cross Arena to start off in this first quarter. Back and forth. Both teams going at it. 27-24. Rochester with the lead. We'll come back with the start of the second quarter coming up next. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
The Rochester RazorSharks received their pre-game massages today from the therapist at Empire Therapeutic Massage Center at 700 Empire Boulevard. Get your affordable prices there. Call 730-8730 or check them out on the web on their link on the Sharks homepage. Train at the next level. Play at the next level. The official strength and conditioning partners for your 14 Sharks. Next level.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 3-point lead for the RazorSharks, 27-24, as we get ready to start the second quarter action. Now, Kevin, this was a back-and-forth first quarter. Both teams a little sloppy to start off that first quarter, but then they got the adrenaline rolling, and the RazorSharks, you know, their offense fell asleep, woke up, finally got going, and now they have the 3-point lead.
Well, we've seen a couple runs already. First for Michigan to start things off for Lake Michigan. They go up 15-14. Rochester finally gets the lead at 18-17 at the 2:20 mark of the first quarter, and they have relinquished that lead just once. They're up by 3 here, and I think it's a matter of personnel. Lawrence Moten shuffling a few more people in there. I think he's got the right personnel now.
All right, they'll inbounds. RazorSharks set to go already very quickly. And they do so. Rob Diggs back into the game now for the RazorSharks. He was one of the starters the first game of the year. Ended up getting hurt and rested it up, and now back into the lineup here to start this second quarter. Meanwhile, back the other way, Rochester RazorSharks, after scoring on their first possession here in the second quarter, lead it by 5. Swinging it around. Jumper by McDonald, top of the key, no good. Williams skies for the rebound, back the other way. Comes Rochester. McCroskey down low, Diggs, and in for 2. Great pass by McCroskey.
Now they're getting a little more space in terms of score here, 7-point margin.
McCroskey, defense. McDonald on Whiters. And Whiters just stepped out of the way as McDonald was making his move. McDonald goes off balance and puts on a shot and gets fouled.
Yeah, Mookie's going to get called for that one.
So that'll put McDonald at the line, and the Admirals needing to get some points here. Offense is falling asleep a little bit.
They're 3 or 4 from the line in the first quarter.
First free throw by McDonald, no good. So the Admirals getting hit with a little bit of the free throw bug here. RazorSharks trying to lose it. Second free throw by McDonald, no good. Back the other way come the RazorSharks. So McDonald had 2 free ones, couldn't get one. Whiters, Diggs top of the key, 1-on-1. Valencia, that's no good front of the rim. Back the other way come the Admirals. Wade down low, Valencia in traffic gets it to go.
Valencia's had a couple good games against Rochester back in the 2011-2012 season. 24, 23, 20, and 20 in 4 games.
Wow.
And he's had double-doubles each time out.
Partially blocked there by McDonald. And no foul called, and that's what Coach Moten is doing at midcourt. Yep. And he wanted to thank the refs. Isn't that nice?
For finally calling it on Desmond Wade, which he did.
Yes, and finally got that one to go.
All right, so Whiters to the line here.
And Terrence Whiters, first free throw, no good. In and around the rim and out.
Rochester 4 of 6 from the line in the first quarter.
Second free throw, no good. So both teams being hit at the line can't make their free throws. Ferguson with it, trying to work down low Valencia. Can't get it to him. Swinging it around McDonald. Right wing working against Jones. Over to Valencia's at the top of the key. Whiters trying to steal it away from behind him. Gives it to McDonald. 6 on the shot clock. Jumper, no good. Rebound at Whiters. Doesn't have the numbers. Now he does. If he can find a man, he gives it to Diggs too late behind him. Wade comes away with it. Now he's 2-on-1. Gives it up and up. Foul. The shot does not go.
Oh, and then Hamidou Rahman had a little more time on that one.
Well, Rahman's back to the line, and he has not had a great day at the line today. Neither team has the last 2 trips at the line.
And Aaron Williams called on the foul there.
That's key. Williams very intense. They need him in this game. And Peltier comes in for Terrence Whiters. So Peltier comes in. Whiters gets a well-deserved seat. From its free throw goes in. So Rochester RazorSharks letting it slip away there, had a lead. And it's now trimmed down to 3. Peltier setting up the offense. McCroskey with it, right wing trying to work it down low to Diggs. Valencia denying that. Peltier swings it around, gives it to Williams baseline, forcing his way up and fouled.
Hamidou looked like a soccer player out there with that. Said, no, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. It was.
You're the only one over there. Working against Williams. You see here on the replay, Williams fakes, got him. Oh.
Yeah.
Got him to overcommit.
He basically just stood in his way, and he can't do that. So Aaron Williams will go back to the line.
First free throw by Williams, no good. And Coach Moten just turns and walks right back to the bench.
So he's 1 for 3 here in the game.
9:42 left to go here in this first half.
I got 1. That's good.
So Williams 1 of 2 from the line. Wade will bring it across midcourt for the Admirals. Runs into the defense and pulls it right back out. He wants a pick set there. Valencia does it. Pick goes through. Valencia gets the ball after being tipped away. In traffic. Can't get it to go. Doesn't get a clean shot off. Williams with the rebound back the other way. McCroskey. Peltier thought about it. Dribbles towards the hole. Gives it up. Williams has it knocked away. Gets it back. Blocked and out of bounds. And a little tangle. And Williams upset with himself. He couldn't hold on to that ball. You see here on the replay.
Yeah, Ferguson's going to get called for the foul. Valencia says, wait a minute. He passed it to himself, which he did. Should have got the travel right there. We'll take a look again. Williams up. No, but now maybe he didn't leave his hand, but it certainly looked like it.
Well, he came back down with it.
Yeah.
That's what Valencia's argument is. Williams' free throw is good.
So Mike Martin, the official, right down that end, said, you know, it got tapped or got from behind, which it very well may have. But it looked like it was before he went up for the shot.
9:16 left to go here in first half. Dr. Sev, our halftime interview, coming up in a matter of 9 minutes and 16 seconds. That's game time, not real time. Coming back in a matter of moments.
So Williams looks good from the line here, making 3 of his last 4 after missing that first one.
Wade one-on-one with Peltier. Peltier sticking with him. Wade spinning, finally dishes it off. And Valencia gets it back. Ferguson left alone to measure it. No good. Knocked around, picked up by Diggs. Back the other way. Less than 9 minutes left to go. First half. Melt by Ferguson is Diggs. He gets away from him. Jones to Diggs and knocked at the ground. It was behind him, and in the moment, in which Jones threw the pass, Diggs was in perfect position.
And Ferguson wanted a foul on the attempted three-point shot, which we're not seeing here, but oops. And he had to come back on defense. He was all over the place, and I'm just going to commit this foul.
Well, it was Diggs did a great job of cutting to the hole, and Jones saw him, and then Ferguson's like, either this is a layup or it's a knockdown. Jones set the inbounds. Trying to find somebody to give it to, thought about Peltier. And Williams will have to hold it. Now back over to Jones. 10 on the shot clock.
Almost
down low to Coker. Coker off glass. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Admirals back the other way. It's Kenny Brown. Now gets it. Works it down low to Valencia against Coker. Work it. Work it. Back over. Trying to get it to Valencia again. 12 on the shot clock. They do. Coker. Nice 1-2 game between Williams and Valencia. Williams' jumper is good.
Rocky Williams hasn't played much. Very talented ball player here. Able to put it in.
8 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. First half. McCroskey with it left wing. Brown all over him. Spinning in the middle of the lane. Ooh. Nice move by McCroskey. And does not result in a shot getting off. It results in a foul.
Yeah, we're going to take a timeout here.
8 minutes exactly left to go here in this first half. Rochester RazorSharks leading it by 3. 34-31. We'll be back with more second quarter action next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
I guess nobody can hear me. All right, here's the deal. They're going to race down the floor. They're going to put on the basketball equipment and make a basket. First one to do so wins. On your mark, get set, and go!
It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
They got to put it on, not step on it. All right, there's the pants. Here comes the jersey. Always the fun part's the shoes. Pretty even. Okay. This looks like he's jumped out to a lead. And there's your winner. All right. How about a round of applause for our contestants in Dress Like a Pro. Nice job, guys. Bryan and Stratton College is the official college sponsor of the 2014 RazorSharks. Nice shot down there. With campuses in New York, Ohio,
Back here live in the Blue Cross Arena, 34-31. Rochester with the lead by 3 over Lake Michigan and the Admirals. As the Rochester RazorSharks have been playing very well, I think thus far in this game, other than the fact they've been penalized at the free throw line. They've been getting up and down the court. It's a rapidly moving game. The Admirals are not setting up too much on offense. Whoever's open gets the ball and shoots it. That's basically how it goes. And it's worked well thus far.
Well, the PBL is a wide open game. That's what's so enjoyable for the fans and for us, is there is plenty of offense. And Rochester seems to be executing their game plan, which is run, run, run. Those are the words on the sheet. I'm not making that. That's not mine.
Well, that's exactly what's done, you know.
They're attempting to execute their offense to make Lake Michigan guard them and to see what happens. They're saying, we've got a better offense than you, and crash the glass. And we'll tell you at halftime how that's come about when we see some rebounding stats.
McCroskey, not happy with himself. You know, early on, before the game, I got a chance to talk with him, and yesterday he's not happy with the way he's been playing at the free throw line and making those free throws. Spent about 30-40 minutes working on it before today's game, and he is not happy with himself after that, because after talking to him, he knows the team needs to improve at the line.
Yeah, they're 3 of 8 this quarter at the line. That's not going to help them too much, and that's something you come back and look at the end of the game.
Kenny Brown from outside as the Admirals. I said, once they get that ball across midcourt, whoever's open gets it. They do work plays down low. They've given the ball to Valencia and company, but other than that, they're open, they're shooting. Knocked away, and that's out of bounds. Turnover. Admirals basketball. 7:31 left to go here in this first half. And Louis McCroskey will take a well-deserved rest. Dane Miller back in. Rush Henrietta, Rutgers, now the RazorSharks.
Their 7th turnover for Rochester to 4 for Lake Michigan. You were thinking it might be the other way.
Nice inbounds there. And can't cash in. Back the other way come the RazorSharks. Miller off the dribble going right at Brown. Off glass. That's no good. I thought there was going to be a bit of
looking for goaltending there.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got his hand on it or not.
Miller thought about it and took a 3 and looked ugly in that shot. Meanwhile, back the other way. Put back is good. Lake Michigan getting up and down fast.
Eladio Espinosa right there, number 9. We're going to get our first look at Greg Lothridge from Nazareth College coming in. Set to come back in along with Terrence Whiters.
Meanwhile, Reggie Stalling just trying to work baseline jumper. That's no good. Shooters for the RazorSharks have not gotten too many clean looks at jumpers. That's a great job by the Admirals controlling that space in between those jumpers. They haven't had a lot of free open jumpers like they did in the first game or on the road.
So Espinosa commits a foul here. Rochester comes down on 2 possessions. They go 0 for 4. Now they go to the line. They're 3 for 8 this quarter. Time to turn things around. Williams is 3 for 4.
And makes the first of 2 free throws. And it's been good news, bad news at that free throw line. Lothridge now into the game for Rochester.
So the local kid, he's actually from East Syracuse, played at East Syracuse Manoa, but played in Nazareth College for 3 years.
Williams in his second stint with the RazorSharks makes his second free throw. So 6:32 left to go here in this first half. Rochester leading by 1.
They get the lead back, and Williams has been terrific at the free throw line. He's 5 for 6, and that has been the difference for Rochester right now. And it may be their heel later.
Pull-up jumper by Brown is good. Rattles it in. Kenny Brown.
Brown with 4 looks good.
Whiters gets it across midcourt. A little over 6 minutes left to go here first half. And wait on him defensively. Stallings off the pick. Knocked away, picked up by Wade, lost it but gets it back. Has 3 waiting for him, and Ross gets the reward.
Shane Ross trying to get his Lake Michigan Admirals fired up, and they certainly are. They've got a 3-point lead.
And so the Admirals and RazorSharks have been going at it all day today. This lead has changed hands a number of times. Baseline, Miller, off glass, can't get it to go.
Ross is going to get hit again. He got a hand on him. See if that's 2 or 3 for Ross.
So that'll put Dave Miller at the line to shoot free throws. 5:34 left to go first half.
And for Ross, that's his 3rd personal foul. Here's Dane Miller. And Miller, who missed badly on his last shot. Let's see if he can put a couple foul shots in.
And so they're trying to reorganize everybody underneath in the paint.
Matchups here. And I said it last game, Miller with the sneakers on, perhaps paying homage to his former high school, Rush Henrietta. And here comes Hamadou Rahman again, number 4.
So Rahman, big problems for the RazorSharks because once he gets it in that paint, he goes right back up, which is good and bad news. 1, he has not been able to hit too many of his free throws. He's been decent, not great. But 2, RazorSharks just throw fouls at him mostly. Second free throw is good.
Miller did a nice job there.
So Rochester trailing by 1. Lake Michigan and the Admirals with it. Kenny Brown, 1-on-1 against Reggie Stallings. Wade trying to work it down low. Rahman against Williams. Baseline, powering his way. Runs into a double team, knocked away.
Nice help by Greg Lothridge coming over and tipped it out. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Slid over defensively. And he's got a tough job because he's covering Florentino Valencia, number 25. Here's Brown again.
Downtown, Kenny Brown can't make that one stick. Back the other way, Whiters. Layup blocked, foul.
Yeah, Waukee Williams got a little too much body there.
And Terrence Whiters walking over that line. You see here. Ooh. He got ball, but he got body too.
Yeah, got a little too hard. And you called him downtown. Kenny Brown. You knew that. Did you know that downtown? Or did you just make that up?
No, you told me.
Yes, okay. That was quick.
We did homework.
Yes.
And you gave me the answer to the quiz.
You recall very well.
I'm not going to take credit for that.
The coach gave me all their nicknames. No, you really can't do it.
That one stuck with me. I don't know why.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Knocked away. Wade saves it and saves himself. Dribbles and able to hold on to it. Great job there by Desmond Wade. Rahman in traffic. Boy, I tell you. Off balance. He still goes up with it. He didn't gather himself there.
All right, Lothridge hit for that one. 45. But Whiters went to the line, hit 2. Rochester's hit their last 6 foul shots. That's what's keeping them in the game here.
In the line to put up 2 for the Admirals.
So with a little less than 5 minutes left to go, 4:56 exactly. And Rahman can't hit the first free throw. The RazorSharks only leading by 1, and a full line change, sort of like in hockey, for Lake Michigan. Everybody leaving the court except Rahman. Bobo back in, Benson in, as is Blackmore and Ferguson.
Everybody but the shooter. It's like a wholesale substitution here.
It was so Rahman at the free throw line, he gets another one. Second free throw is good.
So he's actually 5 of 8 from the line here.
Yeah, not terrible, but
nope.
He's had a lot of opportunities thus far in this game. Whiters with it, dribbles right around top of the key. Williams thought about a jumper, now gives it up. Stallings free for 3. That's good. And that's the most I've seen any RazorShark player open in this game. For the most part, the Admirals have been playing great defense.
Yeah, we talk about conditioning. Not a factor thus far.
Bobo one-on-one. Whiters on him. He steps back, jumper no good. Rebound, Rochester back the other way. Miller with it. Draws Blackmore. Trying to go all the way and does. That is one heck of a play by Dane Miller.
Dane Miller is averaging 7 rebounds per game. He just went from one end to the other.
Blackmore working it down low. Back over to Blackmore. Can't get it to go. Put back by Ferguson, no good. No foul call, a lot of contact. Down low, knocked out of bounds. And it will be, I believe, Admirals basketball.
It's going back. Yeah, they changed it, went back to the Admirals. We got a timeout coming up here.
All right, well, we'll get the rest of this first half coming up next. 3:55 left to go here in the first half. 5-point lead for the RazorSharks, 45-40. We'll get the rest of the second quarter next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Is none other than the Stoneyard Bar and Grill, 637-3390. For special events, visit us at stoneyardbarandgrill.com. The RazorSharks would like to thank the following sponsors for their support during training camp and throughout the season. We want to say thank you to Matthews, Murphy's Law, and Nathaniels. Looking for professional car wraps or window art? Make sure you join the ACS Graphics team for a job second to none. Visit ACS Graphics at acsgraphics.com or call 328-9727. John Betlam Heating and Cooling, 271-80.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester RazorSharks 5-point lead, 45-40, as they take on the Lake Michigan Admirals. Coach Lawrence Moten for Rochester wants to put this one in the bank, but the RazorSharks got a lot of work to do, Kevin, not only in this last 3 minutes 55 before half, but an entire second half of the game that's gone back and forth all day.
Yeah, we're not done with the first yet, but I'm sure we're going to see a very exciting second half.
As Ferguson had it, lost it, and everybody's scrambling for it. Lake Michigan comes away with it. Everybody hitting the deck down low, and an errant pass there by Benson.
Yeah, a little too hard there for Benson.
He saw Blackmore. Oh, yeah, Blackmore was open. It was just too hard, too fast, too high. So Rochester 5-point lead, just over 3.5 left to go here first half. Whiters with it across men's court. Benson to greet him. And he tries to take him off the dribble and takes the ball away. There's Blackmore. Foul called.
Might be on Benson. Got him on the hand here. Let's see what the call. Yep, it is. It's going to be on Maurice Benson.
And Benson thought he did a great job defending the ball by walking away with it. But foul before that. So ref's call stands. Whiter's at the line waiting for it as Bobo needs to get lined up first. And now that he does, Whiter's will get the free throws.
Third foul for Benson there, and Whiter's 3 for 3 from the line here in this half.
Whiter's makes the first one, second one here to come. It's good.
It's perfect.
And as the RazorSharks go back on defense, Coach Moten just says defense wins games. He wants to see his team take it up another notch. Brown again, downtown and in.
2.
As a foot on the line there, he measured that perfectly. But add that foot over there, so they're just going to give him a 2.
Yep, 7 points for Brown. Good shooter.
Stallings try to match it. That's no good. Rebound, great box out there by Brown, able to get it across midcourt. Blackmore, Bobo in the corner. Cross court, Ferguson, free for 3, measured it, didn't bring it down. Up, might have should have just taken a 3 after that drive towards the hole.
I'm not sure he drove right in front of Greg Lothridge, who picked up the rebound.
Whiter's with it, and he'll measure for 3. That's no good, front of the rim. Bobo with the rebound. Back the other way come the Admirals, rushing it up. Benson, cross court, Blackmore for 3. Got it.
Blackmore able to get it off the rebound. Rochester not crashing the boards here on either end.
2-point lead for Rochester, 47-45. Stallings with Benson in his face. Off the dribble for Rochester. Floater gets it to go. Back the other way. Quickly, the Admirals just rushing up the court. Brown for 3. That's off the fingertips. Knocked around. Picked up by Williams. Now locked away. Luthridge gets it. And back the other way come the RazorSharks. Stalling, pushing it right down the court. Scoop layup is good.
Nice ball fake by Stallings. Just like that, a 6-point lead after leading just by 2.
A minute 45 left to go here in this first half. Bobo 1-on-1 against Luthridge. Off glass and in for 2. That was just a blow right by him. As meanwhile, RazorSharks running up the court off of the back of Blackmore. Great steal. He comes away with it. No foul call. Coach Moten wanted it. Brown. That's no good. Rebound. Knocked away. Ferguson had it. Goes out of bounds. Who's the last to touch it? They're saying a RazorShark. And so Luthridge will take a seat. Diggs will come back into the game for Rochester.
And Luthridge is coming out. Good defensive work for him. We'll get his stats at halftime. He looked good defensively in his first appearance here. Back on, well, in his hometown, I should say.
Benson to inbounds. Blackmore off the dribble. Back to Benson for 3. That's good. Are they saying the 2?
No, I got 3 here.
Trying to find a ref here.
51-50.
Wow.
Yeah, I was watching the far side, and Clint Beer, the official on the far side, called with 3. So 51-50. Rochester opened this half with a 3-point lead. They led by as much as 7.
With less than a minute to go, Stallings with a left wing. Brown on him, trying to lose him at the top of the key. Bobo comes up on a switch over to Williams. 3 on the shot clock. He's got to put it up. Off glass, can't get it to go. Put back, that's no good. Williams tried to steal it away. Wrestling with Ferguson to Brown, up to Bobo. Oh, no! And the RazorSharks needing to rush it back. 33 seconds left to go here in this first half. And just like that, the Admirals up by 1.
First lead of the quarter for the Admirals.
Diggs in that corner, baseline, 1-on-1 against Bobo. Down low, Whiter's knocked away and fouled by Blackmore. And Whiter's will head to the line to shoot free throws. 18.5 left to go here in this first half. And I tell you, that dunk just totally silenced the crowd.
Bobo does not get denied, by the way. Let's take a look.
This here sucked the air right out of the building.
You know, they had the numbers. Just, again, Rochester not getting back on the boards. Bobo's been around. He's with authority.
Game tied at 52 with Whiter's with another free throw. The second one. is good. So Rochester gets a 1-point lead. Admirals will take a timeout.
22nd.
We'll keep it right here. 18.5 left to go here in the first half. And if you're Lake Michigan here, you've got to be happy. You've got to put together a great effort, matched intensity. You get the ball for a final shot and a chance to walk in to the locker room at halftime with the lead if you can score here. If you're Lake Michigan, do you suck out as much as possible or work it down low, get it to your bigs, Kevin? It's a number of different options here.
Lake Michigan is having no problem on either end of the court right now. When we talk to the coaches before the game, when we look at some of the stats, look at some of the personnel, we thought, it may not be as easy as Buffalo. Not that was easy. For 3 quarters it was. But Lake Michigan has come to Rochester, and they have forgotten about being 0-5 here and 0-9 against the RazorSharks. And Rochester is having a few lapses. There are going to be a few adjustments that Lawrence Moten needs to make at halftime, including crash the glass. They should dominate it, which was the game plan, because at this point they're not.
Also making those free throws. They've left a few of them off of the scoreboard today. That's one of the things Coach Moten has been talking about, either before the game or during the game. And they will hold for a final shot. So Kenny Brown with it. 6 left to go in the shot clock. 1-on-1 against Whiters. Pullback jumper. He wanted a foul. Putback is good. And that's the way the first half will end, with Ferguson tipping it in. It is a 1-point lead for Lake Michigan, 54-53. We'll come right back and talk a bit about it next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Keep your eyes open for the Bud Light Girls. Will be making special appearances throughout the season. Razor Shark fans, please make sure to follow us on Twitter at RockRazorSharks and like us on Facebook. Make sure to follow us on social media for all the latest news on the Razor Sharks. Also text 72727 for the official mobile program. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome to the floor the cheerleaders from Spencerport. And as they make their way out, we want to say very happy birthday to cheerleader Kaylee.
Aaron Williams with me at halftime. It's a close one here. You're up by 2 going into the second quarter. You are down by 1 here. What is working? What is not working?
What is working is our transition. We're getting a lot of points off of transition. And what's not working for us is defense right now. We got the points. We got over 50 points. We just got to make the stops, and then we're good to go from there.
Defensively, towards the end of the quarter, they had a few open shots there. I know you're not in the locker room, so you don't know what coach is saying, but I imagine you're going to talk a little bit about crashing the boards.
Right. Rebound is the most important part of a game. It's I was saying it's critical. We just got to box out and get every rebound that we can right now. We're undersized at some time in the game, but it doesn't matter. We just got to play hard. As long as we got some heart, we should be good to go.
Last question, foul shots. They've been an issue for you today. Not a problem. You've been working on that?
Yeah, every day of practice we put up about 50 50, then we got to make about 20 in a row going at 50. So we be going hard with the free throws at practice.
All right, thanks for staying with us. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Back to Tariq at the table.
And where the Rochester RazorSharks have a deficit to deal with, not that big of one though, only a 1-point lead for the Admirals, 54-53. We'll talk a little bit about that first half coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 1-point lead for the Lake Lake Michigan Admirals. I almost messed that one up. But the Rochester RazorSharks only trailing by 1, 54-53. As we get into the first half stats, some of the numbers are quite interesting in the sense that you get to see the fact that the RazorSharks offense was never really set in this game. Lake Michigan did a great job defensively in stopping them from setting things up offensively. And when they finally did get it going, Terrence Waters and companies with Reggie Stallings, it started to flow a little bit. But I have to give the Admirals a lot of credit. They were able to take away a lot of space, not too many big jumpers for the RazorSharks, which they're very good from the perimeter.
I do have a number of experienced ball players on this team. Lake Michigan running well. They are more conditioned than we thought they were going to be coming into this game. Talk about some numbers here, which were just handed to us, as you saw. This was handed to me. Whiters, 14 points. Stallings with 12, the two leading scorers for the Rochester RazorSharks. For Lake Michigan, Bobo with 9, Brown with 8. Both of them been with authority. Yeah. And so they've been able to spread out the scoring. You've got Rahman with 7, Lester with 7, and a number with 3 and 4 and 2 points. So it's been a whole team effort for the Lake Michigan Admirals.
Well, one of the things that Coach Moten has been talking about, make sure you rebound. If you're going to rebound, you've got to get the ball. Rochester out-rebound in this game. Now, Rochester did commit a lot of fouls, and one of the things that they've been working on is their free throws. But the Admirals not able to capitalize on the free throws that they've had. Look at that. Big discrepancy, almost double the many fouls the RazorSharks have, and they've had a lot of shots from the perimeter. So you're getting all your shots from the perimeter, not making them. You're fouling, they're not capitalizing on it, and you only have a 1-point lead.
Yeah, the rebounding is definitely something that Lawrence Moten and Keith Friel actually pointed out in the pregame. So 27-23, good numbers there, but they've got to They've got to penetrate a little bit more, work inside. The outside shooting's working for Rochester. It absolutely is. Looking at my three-point numbers, Whiters 1 of 3, Stallings 2 of 3, Jones 1 for 1. So Rochester 4 of 7 from the three-point line. And for Lake Michigan, if I can put these all together, that cannot be correct. It's coming at 5 of 19. Is that right? That probably is right. So 5 of 19 from three-point shots. And that is, another thing we talked about in the beginning of the game is one pass and then they shoot. One pass and they shoot, whether it's a two-pointer or a three-pointer. So Lake Michigan hustling. They are not waiting.
Well, not only that, they're not even waiting for teammates. I mean, if they've got the numbers, they go right at the defense of the RazorSharks. It's an offense that most people, you would say, okay, yeah, who's going to be the guy that's going to be the leading scorer? Who's the guy who's going to get the ball? But once they decide to open it up and run down that court, it's whoever's got the open man, whoever's going to be in that corner. They take a lot of threes. Actually, when you said the numbers, I'm like, that does kind of make sense. They like to take the three, and they can shoot it from the outside. So this has been a very interesting game. Both teams working it down low, both teams running up and down the court, both teams wanting to take threes, getting points at the free throw line, getting hit with the bug of not being able to hit free throws. They're mirror images of each other. It's why it's only a 1-point lead for Lake Michigan.
This is the first time this year the Sharks have been down at the half. And as we know from 2 of the 3 games, third quarter has not been their friend. We saw it here in the opener on New Year's Eve. Third quarter, Buffalo just tore them apart. They had that problem again with the first game against the PD Vipers on the road when they just came off the road with a split. So the third quarter is going to be important. It's going to be important to see what Lawrence Moten has done at halftime, what adjustments he's made, because he's used a lot of personnel tonight already.
Well, we'll see how deep he goes into the bench. We'll break down some more stats and get ready for the second half of this game coming up next as we get ready to close out halftime in a matter of moments. Still a few minutes before we get back to basketball action here at the Blue Cross Arena. Lake Michigan up by 1.
Oh, 9324 or visit us at train@nextlevel.com. Looking to improve your off-season football skills? Have you joined Rochester's only 7-on-7 off-season football program? The program is open to all student athletes, grades 12 through K through 12. Stop by the Gridiron kiosk in the lobby or visit redpenguinathletics.com for more info.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester RazorSharks trailing by 1, Lake Michigan 54-53. As the Rochester RazorSharks get ready for the second quarter action, or second half action, the RazorSharks here getting that offense moving by their guards. Their guards have been doing it. Stallings and Whiters if they don't continue that effort in the second half, the Razor Sharks are going to be in a lot of trouble.
I'm looking at my roster here. I think, and I have to check here, but I think every Razor Shark has been off the bench and has played thus far tonight. So, and I also do this afternoon, and I also think, as we look at the stats, the highlights rather, we're going to have a good second half.
Well, we are, and two teams that are really evenly matched if you think about it. A lot of the outside shooting for the Razor Sharks has gone down. They're working their bigs down low as well. Both teams doing that. Both teams having trouble at the free throw line, but crashing the boards, moving up and down. It's a quick pace offense. Rochester wants to set up their plays and work the ball down low. They've not been able to do so, but you know, the Admirals have done a good job of confusing them offensively, and the Razor Sharks, as McCroskey see there on the replay, working together. They do a great job with that key team chemistry when it's McCroskey, Whiters, and Stallings. They can do a lot of damage.
They need to slide over defensively. We've seen it in a few of the highlights here. This is the one where Mookie Jones didn't take the open shot, and they are still able to capitalize here. It looks like Terrence Whiters from the outside. Yep. Yes. So when they move the ball around, good things happen. Look at that. 3-on-1 on this shot. But the putback.
But they're working the boards, as both teams have been able to do. And as you said, leading scores for the Razor Sharks are both Whiters and Stallings. And so they've got to keep that pace going. But that's a lot of guard play, and you know full well the guards are working hard on both ends. So it should be fun. We'll start the second quarter in a matter of moments, literally less than a minute before we do that.
You know, we talk about Terrence Whiters, 14 points in the first half. He averages 22.7, so he is above his average. And Reggie Stallings, who averages 13.3, well, he's right there. He's got 12 points on the afternoon, 3 of 7 shooting. He's had 2 3-pointers as well.
You mentioned it earlier, a lot of spreading around Bobo and Brown and a number of players just moving that offense around for the Admirals. So no one person or 2 people doing the damage. It's about 4 or 5 guys within a point or 2 of each other, 7, 6, 5, 5, and it's resulted in a 1-point lead for the Admirals. So getting ready with the last few seconds to start off here in this second half between Rochester and Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan's Admirals losing their first game of the year against the Diesel of Indianapolis, trying to get their first one here on the road at the Blue Cross Arena. They've never won before here. Been in the town, I believe this is the 10th time. They've lost all 9 times they've been here before. And I have to say, of all the games that I've broadcast, this is their best effort. So we'll wait and see what happens coming up in a matter of moments.
You know, you said you don't think they've won here. Well, they haven't won here. They haven't won ever. They've never beaten Rochester. They are 0-9 against Rochester.
Wow.
So this would be a first for them.
Well, we'll see if they can put together a second half that will result in a W here on the road. Meanwhile, the Razor Sharks 2-1 on the year. Split that series in South Carolina, losing the first game and then winning the second one. This is their 4th game of the year. The team is gelling, and talking to Coach Moden, he likes the chemistry. He thinks that first loss of the season was great for them as far as being able to understand you can't take 1 minute off. Meanwhile, back to live action here as the Rochester Razor Sharks get possession to start the third quarter. Stallings working down low against Williams. Off glass and in for 2. So, once again, Rochester wanting to start off working the ball down low to their bigs. Wade bringing it across mid-court for the Admirals. Trying to find McDonald, does. Quickly working it down low. Espinosa working against Williams in the paint. Off glass, no good. Whiters with the rebound. Back the other way and quickly up the court.
A lot of banging down there.
Whiters against Wade. Swings it around Miller. Williams jumper. That 15-footer goes down.
He may be our regular halftime guest. If he has a good second half here, he will, no doubt, give us credit.
Wade with it. Top of the key, trying to set up, try to get it to McDonald. Gives it to Ferguson. His 15-footer is no good. Rochester tracks it down. Miller will go across midcourt. 1-on-1 against Ferguson. Has it knocked away, foul called. You're going to get either Espinosa or they're going to get Ferguson. I'm not sure.
Yep. Called on the Admirals number 8,
So that's Ferguson. That may be 4 on him.
It is his third.
It is third.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
At the line to
So Dave Miller at the line to shoot free throws. Miller back in Rochester. First free throw is good. Rush Henrietta Star, then Rutgers. Now back in Rochester. Great opportunity for him to play here. And he makes both free throws. So Rochester
Perfect at the line. Sorry, T.
will extend their lead out to 5. 10:45 left to go here in this third quarter. Wade with it. Right wing, McDonald down low. Valencia banging, puts it in.
Valencia, we talked about a double figures, double actually in 4 games against Rochester. So he's one to watch. He's having a good game for Lake Michigan.
Aaron Williams off glass, can't get it to go. Back the other way come the Admirals. McDonald will measure a 3. In and out, no good. Rebound Miller, back the other way. 10:15 left to go, third quarter. Miller off the dribble, deep in the corner. Stallings. That's no good. Rebound, Coker knocked around. Valencia on the ground. Stallings had it, lost it. Whiters gets it. Floater, off glass, no good. Tipped around, knocked away. Espinoza will get it. He has the numbers if he can get down the court. Knocked away and stolen. Picked up by Stallings over to Whiters to Miller. Layup is good.
So Dane Miller on the transition with 2 points, 61-56, just like that. 5-point lead. They were down by 1.
9:40 left to go here in this third quarter. Up and down, both teams. Valencia with it, working against Coker. Back out to Wade. Jumper is no good. Valencia with a good rebound. Back to Wade, thought about it, pulled it back. Ferguson will take it and make it. Lester Ferguson from outside. He's one of the players that tough to watch. As I said before, for the Admirals, 7 points. This player, 6 points. 5. Ferguson's one of those that add to it. Miller off the dribble, can't get the go. Back the other way. Wade, easy lay-in. They would call that, what, cherry picking?
They would call that his first basket of the game, believe it or not. First basket of the game. Johnny on the spot there. Ferguson, by the way, 9 points for Lake Michigan. Here's Williams.
Are they going to get a blocking?
Oh,
they are going to get a blocking, and that will be on Espinoza as it danced along the rim and fell off. See here on the replay.
Williams standing there, or Williams driving rather, and then Espinoza just looked like he put his left elbow up.
That's not a good LeBroning. Have you seen that on Twitter now? It's called LeBroning, like T-bowing. Where
No.
you just call the foul and people, you're going to love this. So you can walk down the hall, you record somebody,
Yeah.
and you slightly bump into them and fall down.
And flop.
It's called LeBroning.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on
check
with
that out on YouTube.
with the kids today.
I'll check that out along with your video of throwing cold water or hot water into the air
It's like science and fun at the same time.
during the polar vortex we had.
That was good. And Dane Miller loves it.
Dane Miller has 6 points in this third quarter after having 6 points in the first half.
And he's fired up.
Look at that.
Fired up. But I tell you, Dane Miller off the dribble gets that ball away from the defender, up towards the hole, uses his length, and scores. And gets the three-point play. That makes Coach Moten happy. Rochester hitting some free throws.
Dane Miller was a workhorse at Rutgers. Obviously, he played here. We all know about that. But
McDonald, plenty of time to measure and make that 3.
Khalil had all day. So we got a 1-point game. So the seesaw continues.
8:20 left to go here in this third quarter. Whiters dribbles from one end to the other end, wing to wing, back over to Stallings for space, and make the 3. Reggie Stallings from outside. Won't give him too much room. McDonald with Stallings on him defensively. He crosses over, and he drains the 3.
Well. McDonald with 2 in a row here. 6 points here in the half. Stallings got 15 on the night.
You ever wish you could hear exactly what the two were saying back to each other?
If we did not have these headsets on, we could, but that wouldn't work.
And
we got
so
ourselves a timeout.
7:47 left to go here in this third quarter. Rochester leading it by 1. It's been a close game throughout, 67-66. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Buying a home? We're here for you. The official realtors of the 2004 Rochester RazorSharks Empire Realty. Call Jim Morrell at Empire Realty at 347-4900, EmpireRealtyRochester.com. All right, fans, time for our 50-50 raffle winner. Take out those tickets. The 50-50 raffle ticket is a green ticket, number 006-539. 006-539. Congratulations.
Back live at the Blue Cross Arena, Rochester leading it by 1, 67-66, as the Lake Michigan Admirals have been keeping this game close, up and down the court. Both teams exchanging a few baskets here and there, and the lead back and forth. It's been fun.
It's been Khalil McDonald for them with 2 3-point baskets here. Lake Michigan led by 1 as we started the second half.
Reggie Stallings set the inbound, trying to find Miller, finds Coker, takes it one-on-one down low, and off glass, nice bounce for 2.
Yeah, Coker needed that 4 points for him. That's his first basket of the half. He came in very quietly off the timeout.
Wade trying to work around and get to McDonald. Stallings there to meet him. They've been going at it here in this third. Valencia against Williams now. Now Wade in the corner, back to Valencia. Foul call that'll be on Williams. Aaron Williams for Rochester out to pick that one up.
Foul call on the Sharks, number 34.
So that'll be a possession foul.
His second.
And so McDonald will inbound to Wade. Lake Michigan with it, down low, working it. 3 on the shot clock. Roman can't get that one to go. Back the other way come the RazorSharks. Miller, one-on-one. He's dangerous here and knows how to finish. Boy, Dane Miller, open court, one-on-one. You just don't have enough time to adjust defensively.
Now 14 on the game for Miller.
And Valencia back the other way with the reverse layup. Pretty move there for Florentino Valencia. Miller, right wing, gives it up to Williams, 15-footer. It's good. Aaron Williams taking his guy out on the perimeter. And
Williams is 8 in the quarter. It's been Williams and Miller for the RazorSharks.
Ferguson off balance there a little bit, but gets the ball. And back the other way come the RazorSharks. Stallings, free for 3. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. Tracks it down, gets crunched. Swings it back around. And we'll try. Nope. Gives it a corner. Aaron Williams jumper. And timeout call as Valencia, he's been dealing with that contact since the RazorSharks had possession of the basketball. He just stayed down there and couldn't see.
Did he call timeout?
I don't know if he did.
Or was it officials?
I don't know who did.
He was just standing on the court.
He was just standing there trying to get his contact lens back in.
Saying, hold on, and the bell's going off. I had no idea what was going on. Hello, ladies.
Hello, everybody.
We were hoping they'd come over to our place, over here, our broadcast position, rather.
You're going to have to talk yourself out of that one.
Sorry, dear.
Miller with it. All in good fun. Miller working against Ross, makes him fall, then Ross nearly steals it away. Ferguson had it, lost it. Widers trying to dribble his way around. Wade gets sandwiched and can't get it to go.
Went through traffic quite a bit.
It said, when will the basketball gods give me a basket here? He got sandwiched. Thought he was going to be able to get that shot to go. Here you see on the replay, look at this. Between Wade right here, Valencia in between the two. Come on.
I mean, that's impressive drive right
Basketball gods? No.
After all that work, you'd think it should go in.
Yeah, look at him looking at that rim saying, when are you going to give me one?
Second foul for Wade.
free throw is good. Back the other way. Rochester slowly building a nice little lead here. 74-68 over the Admirals. McDonald to Shane Ross. That jumper's no good. Miller with a one-handed rebound.
Ross with foul trouble shooting from the perimeter.
Foul called and Miller hits the deck.
That might be Ross again. That could be 4.
And
Wait, no, it's not on.
Nope, they're going to give that to Ferguson. Ferguson gets that one. See here on the replay. Well, no, yeah, it wasn't Ross. If you look at it, Miller goes right through.
Did they give it to Ross? No, yeah.
Ferguson, yeah, it's Ferguson from behind.
Okay.
He was able to avoid Ross. I guess you could have given it to either one, but Ferguson gets it.
Here comes team number 2. I don't want to call it the B team because it's not, but.
Well, it's a line change,
yes,
like in hockey.
It's a line change.
You know, Blackmore comes into the game, so does Williams, Bobo, and I believe Brown. Yep.
Yeah, Kenny Brown's been deadly.
Gotta watch him on the perimeter, as is Bobo. Bobo's a good outside shooter.
Brown's 4 of 6 shooting, 8 points. Nothing from 3. He's taking a few 3-point shots, but he's money from 2.
Rob Diggs checks in. Free throw by Miller is good. So the Rochester RazorSharks with a 6-point lead.
You know, Lawrence Moten talked about getting his team over 100 points in every game. Well, they got another quarter to go, and I think they're going to be fine.
Excuse me, 8-point lead.
Oh, I didn't even check your math.
Yeah, right. So I was like, wait a minute, where did that 2 go? Whiters with it, 5:05 left to go here in the third. Great pass by Whiters.
Oh, what vision.
That was unbelievable.
To Dane Miller.
I love the fact that that monitor is right in front of me to see that clearly. Nice block out of bounds, and it will remain Admirals basketball.
Now, Lake Michigan's called timeout. He'd asked for a 20. So we do it with 20. Let's look at this pass. This is beautiful. And Dane Miller's right there.
No one saw it, and when Ross did see it, it was way too late. Between Brown and Ross, Miller setting, 1-2, boom.
8 points for Miller in this quarter. I've got him with 14 for the game. And I'm going to have to look up and see his season high.
And so the Rochester RazorSharks with a 10-point lead, 78-68. And for Lake Michigan, they have not been able to keep that offense rolling. And Rochester has been on the run. So what the Admirals love to do is run the basketball, and that's exactly what Rochester's doing to them, and they're not getting back on defense.
Yeah. So maybe the conditioning is coming into play here in the second half of the game, but the first half certainly wasn't a factor. Now, that being said, there's still plenty of basketball to go.
Oh, yeah.
But a 10-point lead's nice.
Yeah, and it's everybody wants to have it. Now, can Rochester keep it with 4:51 left to go here in this third quarter? So Rochester will send back out on the court Rob Diggs, Andrew Wells, Dane Miller, Reggie Stallings, and Terrence Whiters. Meanwhile, it'll be Bobo Ross, Kenny Brown. I think Williams, and inbounding is Courtney Blackmore. Williams with it, down low Bobo, off glass, in and out, no good. Back the other way come the RazorSharks.
And you can probably hear Lawrence Moten in your microphone saying, go, go, go. Make him drive.
Diggs fouled, just couldn't get it to go.
I lost the handle there for a minute, but he's going to get a couple shots here.
Good job by the Admirals getting their hands up on defense. They did not make that easy at all. Ball was knocked around a few times before Diggs could get his hands on it and get it up.
All right. So Diggs going to the line. So his first trip to the line today.
And first free throw, no good. No good. And Louis McCroskey comes in. Reggie Stallings will take a well-deserved rest. So it's McCroskey, Diggs, Wells, Whiters, and Miller out on the court for Rochester in the blue uniforms. Brown gets it up. Blackmore, jumper, 3, good.
He shot that from Exchange Street.
without the defense, without his team set, just saw it wide open.
That's what they do.
Boy, it's fast offense for Lake Michigan. Miller on a spin move. It's Williams working against Wells, knocked away, picked up by Diggs. He runs into a double team, off glass, can't get it to go. Putback's no good, but a foul.
Yeah, McCroskey almost had a tip in there.
This was on the Sharks number 32.
Sharks going to get called for an offensive foul here.
Williams set the inbounds, and Rochester only up by 8 now, with the Admirals set to, you'll see there on the foul.
Andre Wells. They called Andre Wells on the foul. Just caught the end of it, number 32.
Brown, easy laying off the back of the iron, can't get it to go. Out of bounds, and it'll be Rochester basketball either way.
No, Brown wasn't doing that in the first half, so he just lost a little luck there.
Yeah, had a nice lane straight in, and it looks like it was going to be a nice, easy 2 points, and back of the iron and out. You see there, as Blackmore tried to track it down before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, took a nice tour of the arena.
Yeah, nice place here, Blue Cross Arena. Never been.
One of the largest arenas in the league for basketball.
They double teamed in that little corner, and they call it timeout.
Yeah.
So with 3:47 left to go here,
going with a 20 here. So
in this third quarter. We'll come back with more of this third quarter, or the rest of it, with Rochester leading by 8, 79-71. Your Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
And our first winner is for a gift card to Tapas. Kim Sura. Kim Sura, if you are still here, you want a $25 gift card to Tapas. And our next winner is Lisa O'Connor. You also won a $25 gift card to Tapas for Glow Tanning. Kim Sura again. Congratulations to Kim Sura. Janelle Baxter also won tanning. And Cindy McKinney. Cindy McKinney, you won the Sephora.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 8-point lead for the RazorSharks, 79-71. 3:47 left to go here in this third quarter, as the Rochester RazorSharks back out on the court, and now the Lake Michigan Admirals will join them. Set the inbounds is Louis McCroskey. He will do so and find Dane Miller. 10 to go on the shot clock. Rochester's got to know that off the media timeout. Diggs hits the front of the rim and goes down. So shooter's touch there for Rob Diggs.
4 for Diggs, 10-point lead.
3:33 left to go here in the third. Kenny Brown one-on-one, picks it by Bobo and comes off of it. Now he stops, pops. That's no good. Rebounded by Wells. Back the other way. Whiters cross midcourt. Gives it up McCroskey. Nice crossover and in for 2.
And another terrific pass from Whiters as well.
Boy, I tell you, you put that on your highlight reel. Whiters saw McCroskey all the way. Finishing. So Rochester definitely finishing. Knocked away by Wells. Left alone. Is he going to finish himself? Yes, he is. Andre Wells, and the Admirals cannot get the ball across midcourt without Rochester getting in their way.
Good for Wells, who is not known for his offense, I should say that, and doesn't get a lot of time. He gets a nice dunk there off the turnover.
And foul called as Bobo was fouled, tried to just throw it up there.
I think Dane got that in the chest, too. That hurt. So Dane Miller's going to get called for the foul. Just stepped in his way.
As you can see here on the replay.
A little dizzy right there.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Wells. Here's the basket.
In that moment, you kind of just like, don't let me travel. Don't let it.
He looked around. You see him look around?
A few times. I saw that, yes. Dave Miller and Terrence Whiters take a well-deserved rest.
Yep.
Into the game, Peltier and Mookie Jones. A reverse layup there by Shane Ross.
And Shane Ross then goes inside. with Whiters out of the game and scores.
85-73. Rochester with the lead. Little over 2 minutes left to go here in the third. Rob Diggs, step back jumper. Back of the iron. McCroskey had it, lost it. Brown the other way, gives it up to Ross, in for 2. So just like that, 4 quick points for the Admirals.
Get new life for Ross with 4 points here.
10-point lead for Rochester, 85-75. Peltier working against Kenny Brown. Breaks him away, runs into Bobo, no foul called. Back the other way, Brown trying to finish. Layup, no good, but a foul called.
You don't want to get Brown hot again. If Ross is hot, you don't want to get Brown hot, and he's not right now.
Well, I tell you.
So Louis going to get called for that.
McCroskey. Hey, you can see here on the replay, Brown could have given it up at the last minute to Bobo, but you can see there Diggs was waiting, so he took it himself.
We got a hand on it here.
Oh, body, yeah. Well,
maybe his left hand.
I guess so.
Louis would have 8 children for the McCroskys, by the way. 4 brothers, 3 sisters.
Wow. Wow.
You get the parents in there, you got a basketball game.
Yeah, you
every
do,
night.
with enough subs.
Yeah.
And free throw there by Brown is good. 1:45 left to go here in this third quarter, which has gone to the Razor Sharks clearly as Peltier brings it across midcourt. Diggs with it, top of the key, working one-on-one. Brown and then Ross on a switch. Jones harassed by Bobo, 7 on the shot clock. He's fouled, jumper, no good. And so they're going to get Bobo for the foul. Under Bobo will pick that one up, and that will put Mookie Jones at the line. See here, spotty for the jumper.
Not much there. First one of the night for Bobo.
And so with 1:27 left to go here in the third, Mookie Jones at the line. First free throw, no good.
Yeah, first time of the line for Jones today, so he's 0 for 1.
But as a team, it is not a concern yet, but Coach Moden wants his team making those free throws.
Well, 70% in the first half, so it's a little bit better than that season average, but you want them way up.
You don't want to make Lake Michigan, who can light it up from the outside, give them any wiggle room. Still an 86-77 lead for Rochester over Lake Michigan and the Admirals. Jones one-on-one with Peltier. Now Bobo against McCroskey. Crosses him over. Back around. Ross a 3. That's no good.
That's
knocked
not
away.
His shot either.
Now Blackmore. That's no good. Rebound by Diggs. Rochester brings it down. He'll dribble behind his back. Try to go coast to coast. Gives it up. Wells behind him. Loses it. Walks away. Blackmore is fouled or stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, we're going to get a foul here. Louis McCroskey's going to get called on it.
And McCroskey not happy with himself on that play.
No, because he saw that Blackmore was off balance here, and he tried to get out of the way.
Tried to get out of the way. But there was a play before that while he was along the baseline where it looked like Blackmore had stepped out of bounds when he was fighting for it with Wells, but no call by the ref. Blackmore can't get it to go. So first free throw, no good. Less than a minute left to go here in the third.
Lothridge back in. And he'll come in for Wells.
Wells will take a seat. So second free throw by Blackmore is good. So the Admirals still sort of hanging around here, trying to stay in this game. McCroskey with it, over to Peltier. Pick set by Diggs, given to him. Behind the back to Mookie Jones before he goes out of bounds, stolen away. Back the other way come the Admirals. Bobo thought about it, now deep in the corner. That 3 no good by Blackmore. Saves it, gives it to, blocked it by Diggs on Ross. And Diggs with the basketball knocked away. Nobody told him, watch your back. He has it stolen away. Give it up to Ross, and it's ugly basketball from here on out. with 13 seconds left to go. Bobo off the glass, can't get it to go. McCroskey with the rebound, 8 seconds left. Peltier waiting for it. Gives it to Diggs, jumper is good, and the foul! Off the glass.
That's justice for Rob Diggs, the former GW Colonial, who got his pocket picked on the previous possession. He waited, and here it is, Peltier. And Lawrence Moat was saying, get up the floor, get up the floor. Peltier made the nice pass. Rob Diggs, couple dribbles, and there he goes. So good for him. Hard-fought basket right there, and Diggs will go to the line to make it a three-point play here.
Less than a second left to go. 0.9 for the Admirals. Bobo with a chance to jump and shoot, and it's no good. And a 10-point lead for the RazorSharks. 11-point lead for the RazorSharks after that free throw by Diggs. They just counted that, so they lead it 89-78. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter coming up next. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Party people! I'm the VI crooked letter I'm the VI crooked letter I'm like breaks I'm on my grind. Yeah. Like a star I'm born and shine. Yo, where you been? Around the world. Getting it in. Wobble baby, cashing out straight dividends. Yeah, but you know, get the club poppin'.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. They are the Ladies Sharks.
All my ladies hit the flow. Baby, face it, keep it low. If you drinking, keep it low.
Empire Digital Signs helps organizations' profitability increase revenue through the use of digital.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. 11-point lead for the RazorSharks, 89-78. As the Rochester RazorSharks trying to go 3-1 on the year in beating the Admirals of Lake Michigan. Still just under 12 minutes left to go as we start the fourth quarter. And it is Ferguson working, gets it to Williams, baseline jumper way off, air ball. Back the other way, Louis McCroskey. Deep in the corner, Mookie Jones had it, had to gather it himself. Lothridge got it. Lothridge with a big jumper baseline extends the lead out for Rochester.
First basket for Lothridge, who played in Nazareth from East Syracuse. No doubt he's got some family and friends in the house today.
Blackmore got lost in space, stolen away. Rochester, Peltier, can he beat his man? Up and can't finish. Lothridge fouled.
On the follow there, he almost had his second basket of the night. Devin Peltier being very charitable.
Yes, wanting to share. Where he could have went right up and thought about it. Oh, just a bit outside for Diggs. And that would have brought the house down had he connected on that.
And here's Lothridge, who played 1 year at Potsdam.
I remember calling those games as a student at SUNY Brockport, and you had to take the trip Plattsburgh, Potsdam.
Not close and not warm.
No, and not a quick drive either.
I did that for lacrosse.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It was
football.
Always fun.
So an offensive foul here. They hit Rob Diggs for an offensive foul.
And it's set to inbounds and does Shane Ross, and Kenny Brown being harassed by Peltier. And Brown trying to lose him, swings it around, almost stolen by McCroskey, swings it over to Blackmore, down low to Ross, in traffic, gets it done.
And that's his game, Shane Ross. He's been inside, he's been successful inside. A few times he shot from the outside, gets nothing. Here's Mookie, nothing there.
No, good. Rebound McCroskey, he'll try and make it. Louis McCroskey from outside. 13-point lead for the Rochester RazorSharks. Brown stops, pops, makes. I tell you.
Brown was held scoreless in the third quarter.
He can make it from outside. That is a 2.
Yep.
So an 11-point lead for Rochester. Peltier over to Diggs, one-on-one, by him and out of bounds. And so Rochester will maintain possession of the basketball. 10 minutes, 7 seconds left to go here in this game. Rochester leading it by 11. Peltier in them bouncing. McCroskey over to Diggs. 15-footer is good. Rob Diggs. Definitely getting that offense moving now is Diggs. Good to see him do that.
Off to a slow start, but Diggs is a very talented ball player.
Rebound, Ferguson put back, that's no good. Lutheridge with it, Peltier running up the court, being harassed by Blackmore, giving up Mookie Jones in the corner. McCroskey thought about a 3, now moves in. What a pass, and can't finish. Lutheridge gets it back, rebound, knocked around, he wants it. He's upset with himself.
Yeah, 2 wide open shots there after getting a tough pass. A good pass, but one that you really have to watch out for. That looked like it was a 3-pointer. Nope, just 2.
Just a 2, but that's 2 in a row by Kenny Brown.
Yeah, you don't want to get him hot.
Just watch, folks. Still an 11-point lead for Rochester. Mookie Jones steps back, takes it, makes it. Yep. That's a 3.
Good, Mookie needed that. So did Rochester, down by 14. Timeout for Lake Michigan here, 20 being called.
So the Rochester RazorSharks leading at 98-84. 9:04 left to go here in this game. So if you're Lake Michigan, you want to get the ball to Kenny Brown. He's made a few shots in a row. You want to get his offense sort of going. For Rochester, they've just been trying to add to their lead and doing it with a good job of the second line guys in there playing right now.
Brown has 12 on the night. And then there's Shane Ross. So Brown and Ross are 2 of the brighter stars here. Ross with, I got him with 8, if I am correct. So keep Kenny Brown in the game, who had a little slow time getting going in the 4th. This guy's getting ready for the Syracuse game at 4.
Well, it's a great opportunity to enjoy that. And it often gets me thinking about starting the Tariq Spence School of Dancing. It's been a lifelong dream to teach others how to enjoy the dance floor. Can you smell the sarcasm in there?
Yeah.
Now 4 left to go.
Although I could use some less. I don't know that I want them from you.
Hey. WDKX, of course, always gives me my inspiration for sarcasm. 8:51 left to go. Jumper there, no good. Williams and the Admirals needed that one. And Admirals running out of offense here. Brown has been the only bright spot here in this 4th quarter. Other than that, the lead for the RazorSharks continues to be extended. McCroskey against Valencia off the dribble, up and in for 2. McCroskey, one-on-one is a problem. And
there's the 100 that Lawrence Moten was looking for.
Well, he got it today. And the Admirals have played 3 great quarters of basketball, and here in the 4th, Brown can't get it to go. Back of the iron again.
A rare miss by Kenny Brown down low, and every possession is going to be important for Lake Michigan.
Scoop layup by Mookie Jones is good, and the RazorSharks pouring it on.
So we got Mookie and McCroskey here in the 4th quarter. Mookie with 4, McCroskey with 4.
And Blackmore and the Admirals needed that one from downtown.
So Cordy with a 3.
15-point lead.
Largest lead for Rochester here with 7:30 to go.
Aaron Williams working hard, had it knocked away, but gets it back. His putback knocked away again. He's very upset with himself. No foul called there. A lot of contact. Blackmore again. Courtney Blackmore.
Blackmore from Kenny Brown, who gave it up.
They gave him a 2. Now a 13-point lead for the Rochester RazorSharks. Peltier, McCroskey, one-on-one, pullback, jumper, no good, out of bounds. And so now the Admirals, if you've got anything left in the tank, you need to bring it out here with 6 minutes, 59 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter.
Well, referee's called timeout. Everyone's kind of, it looks like we've got a timeout here.
All right, we'll take a
This is
break.
our media, yep.
102-89, Rochester leading it over Lake Michigan and the Admirals. More fourth quarter action coming up next. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Where friends and family of the RazorSharks are always welcome. For all your print and specialty needs, visit the official printer of the 2014 RazorSharks, Rock Print Rock. For environmentally conscious printing and expanding printing possibilities, call 461-2556 or visit printrock.com. RazorShark fans, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Rock RazorSharks and like us on Facebook. Make sure to follow us on social media for all the latest news on the RazorSharks, and you can text 72727 for the official mobile program. All right, fans, once again, we want to see you move your bodies.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, just under 7 minutes left to go, 6:59 to be exact. Rochester leading it 102-89 over Lake Michigan and the Admirals. As we get ready to, hold on, before we get basketball play started here.
Looks like we're checking the scores at the table. We got the dance camp going here. So some more students of your school, Tariq?
Potential students. It's still a work in progress. Have to get the business plan going.
The radio and TV career don't work out. You're on TV a couple times this week.
I'm happy. No. I can't. You know, you have to come to the class first. Put down a deposit. Then.
Do you want to plug your show tonight?
I do. It's a great opportunity to be a part of the Rochester Press Box. It's myself, Bill Pucko, John DiTullio, and Mike Catalana. So I'm the special guest this week, and we talk a lot about what's going on in the world of sports as always. One of the things I'll get into is everyone complaining about the Super Bowl being in New York. What's the complaint? We'll all be enjoying the Super Bowl where 99.9% of the America will be at a party.
Yeah, in front of a 50-inch TV with my own kitchen and my own restroom.
That's right.
So you're on tonight.
Yep.
You're on tomorrow. I don't want to get the channel wrong. Do you know what channel you're on?
I believe it is on channel 13 or 16. You know how they do back-to-back jumping.
Okay.
But it is tonight and it is tomorrow, I believe, right around noon. So it's great. It's right after the high school sports beat, which talks a lot about local high school athletes, which is Bill Pucko's show. And, it's fun. I could do it all day. Talk sports all day. But glad that people get a chance to enjoy the RazorSharks trying to get their third win of the season here. And if you get a chance, check out their magazine show every Friday at 4. That I do know. Great opportunity to get to know the players. Coach Moten, he talks with John DiTullio. Nearly stolen away there by Coker. But the Admirals get it back in a foul call. That'll be on Stallings.
Yep.
As Bobo was trying to control it. But RazorSharks Weekly. Great chance to talk about what's going on with the team and find out when the next game will be, which will be on February 1st.
Yeah, just a little push. Just a little push by Reggie.
Rochester will be at the Blue Cross Arena again at home in a foul or goaltending.
They're calling goaltending.
Coming down.
Now, they said it went off the rim, and that's why.
Did it?
It went off the rim after he pushed it onto the rim. So no, I don't like that one either.
Okay.
That's the second one, same official.
Okay. In life, you deal with situations and you move on. Reggie Stallings thought about it, pulled it back, and now gives it to Aaron Williams, who's got that 15-footer going. Tries it again, can't make it there, front rim. Back the other way come the Lake Michigan Admirals. Blackmore thought about it, felt good, made a few of those jumpers earlier on, couldn't make that one. Whiters off the dribble, knocked away, picked up by Williams, put back, that's no good. Coker will get it after the ball's tipped out, trying to get it to Whiters. He'll set it back up, just under 6 minutes left to go, 18 on the shot clock. Rochester leading by 11, foul called. And so Coach Morton likes the fact that Terrence Whiters, this is a fast-moving game. You want to slow it down, especially if you have a lead of 11 points.
Bobo with his second foul. Did Whiters change his sneakers at halftime?
I think he did.
I noticed
I think he did. I think you're right.
For Dane.
Miller to inbounds now. As you can see here on the foul, they've just been working hard in that paint. Back to live action, and a foul call. They're going to get Whiters for getting tangled up with Bobo. And so for the Admirals, this is a great opportunity. Slow the game down a little bit. If you're going to run, make sure you have got the numbers. But let's see if we can get our second win here, third win, and try to get back into this game. Wade with it. Whiters on him. Thought about pulling up. Had no place to go. Valencia, 12 on the shot clock. Working against Aaron Williams. Back out. Blackmore. Can't get the three to go. Back the other way. RazorSharks with the rebound. 5:20 left to go here in the fourth. Whiters with it. Looking for Miller. Finds it. Bobo steals but steps out of bounds.
Oh, nice effort by Bobo. Disrupting, that's what you want to do.
And Coach Moden giving Dave Miller a few instructions before he inbounds this to Whiters. Wait on him defensively, trying to get that pick set up. Out comes Espinoza, dribbles around it. Stallings, jumper, no good. And he used 24 there. Coker had it, lost it, got it back. Stallings, they're going to say foul called.
Travel.
Oh, no, excuse me, traveling.
That was by Reggie Stallings. I don't know if you got that.
Yeah.
Well,
you saw Espinoza hit the deck and the foul being called and said stop all play.
Yeah, but good job by Coker to keep it alive.
Just under 5 left to go.
Yeah, they do have a bunch of shooters in here. Bobo's in there and Florentino Valencia, number 25.
And they're going to let Wade shoot it and make it. And that's a 3 in the corner. So with a little more than 4.5 left to go, here come the Admirals again.
Making a bit of a run there, Desmond Wade, trying to keep him into the ball game.
Miller off glass in for 2.
All the glass. Dane Miller's terrific game continues.
He worked every minute of that one.
21. This has got to be a season high for him.
Wade for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by Coker. Brings it back, and Whiters will wait. Bring it up the court nice and slowly. Got to get it across that mid-court, and does. Stallings trying to work down low to Coker, and he said we weren't on the same page. And Coker says that was me.
Last time they played Lake Michigan here, it was a 112-100 win. That was back in 2012, back on January 22nd. Each win has been over 100 points, with 115 way back in March 2012.
10-point lead for Rochester. Trying to work it down low. Bobo has it and puts it up. That's no good. Coker fighting for it. And him and Bobo going at it, and then called jump ball.
I want to correct myself. I'm looking at my own notes. They scored 143 against this team, 143-102. You probably did this game back in May of last year.
Yeah. So we'll come back with the rest of the fourth quarter coming up next. Rochester leading by 10, 104-94. You're watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 10-point lead for Rochester with 3:43 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And the RazorSharks just trying to put this one away. But the Admirals of Lake Michigan have some shooters out on the court, as well, not right now. And Blackmore, he's made a few jumpers. Bobo can hit a few threes. Wade has made a few shots, but other than that.
Yeah, not so much Espinosa, but
yeah.
Valencia on the inside, they're going to re-jump it on the inside.
Has been very, very tough to handle. And still plenty of time, though, 3:42 with the RazorSharks, and they jump it up. Bobo wins it. Espinosa gives it around. Bobo against Coker on a switch, and Valencia, as you just said, on cue in the paint.
Looks like Williams got stepped on here.
Whiters against Wade. Just under 3.5 left to go here in the game. Stolen away by Valencia. Picked up, given up to Wade over to Bobo, and he puts the exclamation point on that one. And just like that, 4 quick points.
John Solomon's telling him to come back and pressure either the inbound or the foul here.
And he's got a 6-point deficit he wants his Admirals to try to chip away at with 3 minutes left to go. Coker against Blackmore, size advantage, double team. Williams, 5 on the shot clock against Wade. They've got the height, and boy, what frustration on defense by the Admirals.
A shot clock violation, so that time it worked.
I don't understand that. The RazorSharks had all their taller players with the basketball, shorter defenders, and didn't take advantage.
All right, so here's Williams. Comes out, well, Coker thought it was going out of bounds, and you gotta know the shot clock.
Oh,
and I believe they lost sight of that.
2:45 left to go here. Hopefully it won't be a big deal if the RazorSharks can get a stop here. Wade, Bobo, off the dribble, swings it back out. Espinosa with an exclamation dunk and the foul. That is a momentum changer, and the team has to hold each other back. You don't want a tech here, but boy, what an exclamation dunk that is.
And he's going to get the foul as well. John Solomon, their head coach, came onto the floor. Why, I don't know. I don't know if it was to celebrate, but they were pulling him off.
Yeah,
look at that dunk.
You cannot let your emotions get the heck of it here. Look at the bench.
I don't know where the foul is.
Yeah, well, and the free throw is good, but you've got to control. I'm surprised there's no tech there because everyone went nuts on the bench. Right, 3-point lead for the RazorSharks. Miller, Espinosa all over them. 12 on the shot clock. They can't set up their offense. Whiters with it. 8 on the shot clock. Foul away from the basketball.
Bobo knocked him away with a forearm, it looked like. Let's see. Yes, it is. Fouls on Bobo. That may be his third.
And with 2:13 left to go here, Kevin, this is not over with.
Brand new ball.
This is a totally, that dunk really did rejuvenate the Admirals.
So they're going to reset the shot clock to 14 here. It was down at 6. Yeah, let's see if Rochester can set their offense.
3-point lead. Stallings with it off the dribble. Foul.
No shot.
No shot. No shot. And so the Admirals about to go crazy because they thought
Bobo's going to get hit on the floor again.
And Whiters wants to know why not.
So that was 4. He got to before the shot. Let's see if we can take a look. Yeah, he bumped him before the shot. So that's a good call.
It is a good call.
That's his 4th foul. He may do it again.
Stallings working.
Coker got it knocked away twice.
Well, it was a good play. I thought the foul was going to come on Valencia on the first block, but it didn't. So Coker had to the line, but Stallings with it first. You see here, good defensive play. Right. Coker gets it back. Boy, this game just got knocked up a notch literally 3 minutes ago.
104-101 here.
Coker, first free throw good. And the free throw line for the RazorSharks this season, average not where it wants to be, but they need these now to build that lead back up.
Next foul is going to be a shooting foul.
Second one by Coker, good. And a 5-point lead for Rochester. Bobo with Stallings on him. Pick set by Espinosa. Now they fall off. Bobo wanting to step back and take that 3. Swings it over. Not the man you want taking the three. Espinoza, 8 on the shot clock. Wade thought about it, swings it back around. Bobo now over 3. That's no good. Valencia gets the rebound, so they get a fresh 24. Setting it back up, Bobo. 1:35 left to go. 5-point lead. Bobo with Williams on him. One-on-one, trying to take him off the dribble. Foul.
And Williams hit him. He was about to get beat. So good foul there. All right, so this is going to be shooting for both teams. 5th foul for each team. It's going to be 2 shots the rest of the way here.
And so Bobo will head to the line. 5-point lead for Rochester. 1:27 left to go. Got to make these if you're Lake Michigan.
So like I'm watching that Kansas City playoff game, that Indy game. You thought it was over?
And it fell apart with one momentum swing.
Hopefully it will not be that result.
No, well, Bobo does not make the first free throw, so second one is no good.
That's huge for Rochester.
That is pretty big. Rochester with possession. Stallings harassed. Espinoza now over the Williams. Widers. Now Williams still holding it. Down low, Coker against Valencia. Scoop layup no good. Back the other way. 1:10 left to go. Blackmore off the dribble. Valencia in for 2. That's a big shot. 1:04 left to go. 3-point lead for Rochester.
Rochester's called it. Admirals called it here. It's full timeout for the Admirals.
So for Rochester, they will get possession of the basketball. Up by 3, 1:04 left to go. And this one turning into a bit of a nail biter when Rochester up by double digits, literally, about 6 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago.
Said a bit of a nail biter. This is officially a nail biter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, RazorSharks have had their lead more than cut in half. But, you know, still have not lost it. It's got as low as 3, which is where it is right now, but not past that. But as you said before, what looked like was going to be an easy cruise to the 3rd win of the year has turned into, how did this all fall apart so quickly?
A good time to point out we're back here on Saturday, February 1st. Chicago tied here at 2:05 p.m. Saturday, February 1st. So that's 2 Saturdays from now, if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah, think about it as Super Bowl weekend.
That's pre-big game Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say Super Bowl.
It is the game before the
game
big
before the
game.
big game.
Yeah.
But yeah, good sports weekend. Hope to see you out here.
Yeah, Super Weekend. Can you say Super Weekend? I think you can say Super.
Yeah, I think you can do that. I think it's ridiculous, by the way. You see all those commercials, you see them all.
The big game.
You can't say it. You'd think they wanted the promotion.
I tell you, look at Coach.
Yeah, John Solomon over there is just doing jumping jacks.
In your
in the
upper
corner
right
of the screen.
corner. Yeah. He knows this is a key possession here. Miller with it.
He wants the defense. He wants them to press.
Miller, one-on-one. Bobo trying to coast on it. Stallings will pull it right back.
Nope,
Had the chance for the 3. Wants to milk the clock. 50 seconds left to go here in this game. Rochester up by 3 with possession of the basketball. Working. Williams, foul. Called on Ross. And now the team's getting a little testy. Don't draw it. Don't draw it here. That's what they want. Don't draw it here. It gets testy, obviously, but, you know, a few words here and there. And
no text yet.
You don't want any text. Yep, you don't want that right now. Got to cool heads prevail.
So that's got to be 5 on Ross.
Williams, first free throw. It's good. 4-point lead. 45 seconds left to go here in the 4th. Rochester 107-103 over the Admirals, who making it closer than Rochester wanted.
And Williams, terrific from the line. As we talk about it at halftime, he's continued in the second half. And that has been the difference.
Yep. Back the other way. Rochester not wanting to give up any 3s. Reverse layup, nothing called there, no foul. Wade back over Bobo. Down low, Valencia. Hook shot, no good. Knocked away Ross. Picked up by Whiters. Coker had it, lost it. Now on the ground, Valencia Coker going at it. Whiters off to Williams. And foul there by Ross. What an exchange.
So Shane Ross had to commit that foul. This is either 5 or 6 for Ross.
Wow, what a wild sequence that was. Guys diving on the floor. You can see here, knocked away. Valencia Coker all fighting for it. Whiters sees Williams. Blackmore can't get there. Ross with a foul. Woo. Intense.
Well, actually, you don't take the foul shot yet. You got to wait here. That's a 6th personal foul. Ross is fouled out of the game. You got to take him off the line.
So Ross will walk away. Still 17 seconds left to go in this one.
So he's got 30 seconds to replace him, but he's not wasting any time with John Solomon. Lester Ferguson back in. Haven't seen much of Lester here in the second half. And now he calls timeout.
So Ferguson will come in, but the Razor Sharks 5-point lead with Aaron Williams heading to the free throw line, and it'll be a quick 20.
Yep, 20-second time. I didn't realize I had any more left. But they do. They get 1.5.
So Don Solomon, I tell you, his first year in coaching, and he is an animated guy, but I tell you what, he has got these guys playing hard and well in this game all the way through.
Yep, that is not John Solomon's on the screen. But it could be, because that's what he was doing after the main basket by Ross.
For my classes, you know, so you never, you know, I'm always looking to hire.
That gentleman's in front of us, got a nice seat.
Having fun here at the Blue Cross Arena, that's what it's all about. Rochester looking to try and seal this win, 5-point lead. And as you said before, February 1st, the next game for Rochester, as the tide will be in here at the Blue Cross Arena.
Last year, Rochester 2-0 here at home against Lake Michigan, 143-102, 128-197, just blowouts. But in the past, in 2012, where they played 7 times, there was a 2-point ball game. There was a 5-point ball game. So we've come back to that here as Aaron Williams continues to score at the line.
And that puts the Razor Sharks up by 6 with 17 seconds left to go here in the game. Second free throw is up and good. So Aaron Williams makes them when the Razor Sharks need them. And now it's chucking threes. Wade. That looked good leaving his hand, just didn't go. Another 3 by Bobo is good. So once again, he wants a foul on the inbounds. Can't get it. Stallings dribbling around. 4 seconds. Finally gets it.
Yeah, Desmond Wade committed the foul. But 3.7. Yeah, that's not. They're down by 4 here.
So the Rochester Razor Sharks, with 3.7 left to go here in this game, up by 4. Now make it 5. Rochester will go to 3-1 on the year, 0-2 for Lake Michigan, and that will be that. So, you know, slowly inbounds at 3.7, not really much Lake Michigan can do but take a 3, and that's it. And that's the game. Rochester moves to 3-1 on the year. Lake Michigan 0-2, but it was not without a great effort. 112-106. Rochester with the win over Lake Michigan. And we will get Dane Miller in a matter of moments